We are recording. So welcome everybody. This is Monday, June 10th. And I decided tonight to jump on here and kind of share a little bit of information that's come down the pike about compliance, because at the NMD meeting in Dallas, other than hearing all the latest and greatest that's coming down for our whole company, Randy Matthews really gave us a great explanation of what we're doing and what we're doing to protect the Juice Plus brand, protect our distributorships, protect our customers, all that kind of stuff. So let me back up a little, because most of you probably heard about what happened at Advocare. So I want to kind of review that a little, because that kind of threw the network marketing world a little bit into a yikes, what's going on, and could that happen to me? And before I even read this, I'm going to say, no, this can't happen to us. And that's one of the reasons I wanted this call, is to really emphasize how far ahead of the game our company is to make sure this kind of thing couldn't happen. But I'll read this press release, because this came out on May 17th, just in case you hadn't heard what's going on. Advocare International announced a revision of its business model from multi-level marketing to a direct-to-consumer and single-level marketing compensation plan. Advocare has been in confidential talks with the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, about the Advocare business model and how Advocare compensates its distributors. So this is, there's a lot of rumors going around about what this is really all about. Based on more recent discussions, it became clear that this change is the only viable option. The planned change will impact distributors who have participated in the multi-level aspect. Oh, I just hit something here. Sorry. In the multi-level aspect of the business, but will not affect distributors who sell directly to customers. Those who currently sell only to customers will not be impacted, and there will be no impact on preferred customers or retail customers' ability to purchase products. The new single-level distribution model will take effect July 17th, 2019, and will begin paying compensation based solely on sales to customers. The retail and preferred customer programs will remain intact, with discounts ranging from 20 to 40%. They give a huge discount if you're a rep. Advocare remains committed to providing high-quality products to people looking to live healthier lives. Our customers, distributors, and the Advocare product endorsers know the Advocare products make a difference in their health, wellness, and performance. Advocare is proud of the products we bring to market and the supplemental income opportunity offered to our distributors when they sell Advocare products to their customers. So that's the announcement that hit the airwaves back in May. And basically, the company just said, if you have downline team, that just pulled the rug out of every rep that has downline team and said, you can get paid on your own personal customers, and that's it. So you can imagine what that would do to your business. It was kind of a blow. So, a lot of people, I just want to say this right away, a lot of people want to start circling like vultures to the Advocare reps and say, oh, come join Juice Plus. It would never do that. And just, that's not the way to react to this. If you know Advocare reps, we want empathy. We want to be a friend, a listening ear. And, if they decide later that they're going to join another network marketing company, you want to be the one who was there listening and being compassionate and just saying, wow, that really sucks. I'm so sorry. How can I help you? Or, you want to go out to lunch or, whatever. Not the person who's circling around saying, well, you should come work for our business. So I just wanted to say that right away, because some people immediately were saying, how can we reach out and get these people? And it's like, no, we don't do that. So what is our company doing to secure the future? Well, I wanted to share this again, because I haven't watched this since the very beginning, but our new reps, and this is why I wanted only to do this on the momentum call with you leaders that have been around a while. New reps, I don't want to scare them with that, like, wow, what if I join? What's going on in this network marketing industry, and get them all freaked out. But so if we have any reps on your team that are newer and freaking out, wanted you to feel really confident and share what we're doing so that can't happen to us. So one of the things that our company installed not long ago is this video about the Easy 8 that everybody has to watch now before they even, get into their virtual office. So I thought it would be a good idea right now to just kind of play this because it's really short. It's only 3 or 4 minutes, and sort of review what are the standards, because we've been around for a while. You and I didn't have to watch this in order to get in, but our new people do, and we've seen it before, but let's watch this one more time just to be sure.
Welcome to the Juice Plus business. Now that you are part of our family of independent representatives, we want to make sure we help you share our products and our business in a way that builds trust and confidence with your customers. And that starts with what we call the Easy 8. 8 simple rules to help us and you protect the reputation of the Juice Plus company, our Juice Plus brand, and your Juice Plus business. The first 4 involve what you can and can't say about Juice Plus, starting with the most important rule. Don't make product claims involving diseases or medical conditions. Yes, Juice Plus can provide great nutritional support in all kinds of health situations, but that's all Juice Plus is: healthful, plant-based nutrition. While adding good nutrition can result in a variety of healthful changes, those changes vary from person to person. So you can't suggest that any specific disease or medical condition-related improvements might result from taking any of our products. Next, don't portray Juice Plus products as weight loss products. Taking a Juice Plus product alone does not result in weight loss, and we can't suggest that it does. If weight loss is part of your Juice Plus story, you need to stress that other lifestyle changes, like exercise and other changes in your diet, also play an important role in losing weight. Number 3, and this is important, don't make income claims. Just like our products, different people see different results in our business depending on how much time and effort they put into it. So it would be misleading to make income projections or set specific income expectations. 4th, don't share the Juice Plus experiences of others secondhand. Any Juice Plus stories and experiences you share must be first person in nature, your own story in your own words. And the same goes for other people's personal stories, whether in person or in a video. The last 4 rules focus on promoting your Juice Plus business, starting with: you can't use paid advertising to promote Juice Plus products or the Juice Plus business. No TV or radio commercials, no ads in magazines, no online advertising. We believe in creating a level playing field for all of our independent Juice Plus representatives, and paid advertising offers an unfair advantage. Next, you're also not permitted to use our Juice Plus and Tower Garden brand names in the names of your social media profiles or names of social media groups. Again, this is to protect the brand and ensure that there's a level playing field for everyone. Also, you can't create your own Juice Plus promotional resources like websites, brochures, or online graphic images for social media. The Juice Plus company offers plenty of materials for promoting Juice Plus. There's no need for you to reinvent them. Of course, we encourage you to share your Juice Plus experiences via online posts, mobile phone videos, and other social media. Just use your own pictures and your own words. And finally, do not participate in any media interviews or respond to any media inquiries. That's our job. If you receive a media inquiry, please share it immediately with the Juice Plus company. We'll make sure it's answered in a timely and appropriate way. That's it, the Easy 8. 8 simple rules to help you become a positive and productive member of the Juice Plus family and help us protect the reputation of the Juice Plus company, our Juice Plus brand, and your Juice Plus business.
Sound familiar? Okay, so that's one of the first things that our company did to really be sure that the new people coming on know right away what's okay and what's not, so we don't have to do it, because it used to be, right, we have those rules of operation that are like 2 pages long with a font this big, and who really reads those except me when I first started, because I didn't even know who introduced me to Juice Plus. I wanted to make sure it wasn't some kind of scam. But most people aren't going to read that. And this way it's off of our responsibility to explain everything to them. It's pretty much all those easy 8 rules. And some of them are tough, and some of them all of us have broken in the past. You know, that sharing stories is a hard one, right? It's so easy to say, oh, well, my best friend had this, or, you know, I can tell you. That's where those connection calls are great. You know, if you want somebody that really wants to know about issues they have with lupus and they want to hear a story, get them on the phone with Callie or share her book with her. You know, all of us in our team kind of can reach out to each other to do a connection with somebody, and that's way better than trying to replicate their story secondhand, which we get into trouble doing that. So any questions on those before we go to the next piece of this?
That's going to be a real hard one for me because I share stories all the time, and I have so many amazing stories from different customers of mine who have had incredible results. So I'm not quite sure how I can. I'll have to do that without implicating it was just Juice Plus.
Yeah, and I think another key piece of that is to say, you know, even before you share the story, say, okay, not everyone has the same results. And maybe if you said something very general, like, wow, I have a friend that's really, you know, like I have a customer just yesterday that told me her IBS and her eczema is all but gone. Those were the words she used. So I think if you say general things like, you know, I've had a couple of customers really have great results with this and whatever, and eczema, but we never ever promise that that will be everybody's result. So, you know, I think there's ways that you can be very general and say, yes, I have heard of people having good results with this. However, always put that qualifier in there that everybody's different, and let's just see what will happen with you, and let's hope that this is going to be your result as well. And even if it's not, there's all these other great things that we know through the research is happening inside your body. So I think we just have to be way more general in our... Tammy, what were you going to say?
Well, I love on the Healthy Living Revolution, all those, if you go into the previously recorded webinars, I always, when people ask me about a health thing, I say, you know what, we have these free resources. Let me look and see if I can find a video on that. I use those videos so much.
Yeah. So videos, you know, the one question is when somebody's done like on the, and I've done this a lot, the old Transform 30 results page, right? Where you have the person with the picture and they in their own words have told their story, and sharing that directly. You know, they talk about it has to be in person or a video. So we probably need to get a real clear answer to whether you can share somebody else's posts with their permission. If that's the same as a video. I'm thinking they're saying not, but...
No, but I use the videos from the Healthy Living Revolution.
Right. No, I know what you're saying is videos, but I know a lot of us too have also copied posts from people. I've done it. I've done it for years, and we just have to be really, really careful.
I've done that too, because those are great stories.
Yeah, they are.
That T30 results.
And that was the whole reason for setting up that page, but we have to be really careful. So maybe that's a question that I will put out there, or any of you can ask, you know, on the helpline that they put on there. Okay, so let me show you a little bit more about what Randy Matthews told us in Dallas about what we're doing. He is the one that's in charge of compliance. He gets to be the watchdog, and he was saying the things that keep him up at night because, you know, it's a huge responsibility. We do not want any kind of regulators coming in because people are not following rules and then shutting down who knows what. So we're really being careful. He said there's three parts to the whole process of compliance. First is educating, and the example he gave was the Easy 8. So we're educating brand new people from the beginning. Those of us that have been in a while, that's on there too. And I found that on the Juice Plus Insights, by the way. I just put the search. So if you want to see that little video again, it took me a while to find it. I hope they put it more obviously somewhere on our virtual office where we can go back to it. The other thing that they do is they have actually hired or using a tool that's called Field One, and it is constantly scanning for Juice Plus content online. He said there's 1,000+ leaders, like NMDs, and there's over 100,000 reps in the company. So this tool allows them to kind of be watching what we're posting and alerting them. And, you know, I get alerts sometimes because sometimes we just goof and we put things up that we shouldn't without even thinking. And what will happen is you'll be asked, or you'll get an email from the company saying, we just saw this post and it's really not within our guidelines, please take it down. And several people on our team have gotten that, and I usually get a copy as well. They copy the NMD on it. And it's not a big deal, you know. Everybody that's ever had that happen has said, oh gosh, I'm so sorry, and they took it down right away. So it's going to just take a while for all of us, but there is a tool out there that's monitoring what we're posting on social media, especially, to be sure that we're not using the word Juice Plus in our Facebook groups, and we're not making claims that we shouldn't be making online. And then the last part is enforcement. So there's education, there's monitoring, and there's enforcement. This is kind of how they've got, and he is, you know, we have a vice president in charge of this, which is a really good thing. And he said, you know, the first thing is always just saying, hey, you kind of went over the line here, please take it down. And if they do, there's no repercussions for that at all. And that's mostly what's going to happen. He didn't really go into what will happen if you said you refuse, but I'm assuming that you would be no longer a Juice Plus rep. So they're not going to like come down and fine you and withhold your paycheck or anything like that. They're just going to alert you right away to the fact that you did something maybe you shouldn't have. Okay, so then there's the Easy 8 rules. We just watched those. And some things that he said, just to kind of reiterate, product claims. He says, stay away from the big diseases and connecting it with Juice Plus, weight loss, income claims. And he says, even be careful of lifestyle claims. You know, it's not just saying you can earn X number. It's, you don't want people to think that if you join Juice Plus that you're going to be flying off to, you know, the Bahamas every week. And, you know, these trips and all of this are just like automatically going to happen. So yes, we want to create curiosity. We want to show that we have the kind of freedom, financial freedom and time freedom that we know this business can give us, but we don't want to say anything like, hey, you too could be doing this if you just join the company, kind of thing. And we all know that, but just so that you know. He said, be really careful of secondhand experiences, privately produced materials, brand advertising, media, especially using the brand image or name in the group name. So some of you saw that email from the company where if you have a private Facebook group that has more than 100 members, this is one of the things they're doing. You have to fill out that form. Did all of you see that come through? It didn't just come to NMDs, is that correct? Do you know about it, Tammy? You're saying no. Okay. Who else? Did anyone else get this?
Yep, I remember seeing it. I think it was an email.
Okay. It might be in the insights too. So, check. Linda said, you said you just got it too, right?
It's been in Juice Plus Insights twice.
Okay. Okay.
And it didn't occur, but yeah, I've got them sitting here. I need to send them back in tomorrow.
Yeah. So look at your customer groups. I've already filled out the one for our Team Turquoise Facebook page and the Healthy Living page that Sue and Kylie are part of. So if you have a customer group or a team page that has more than 100 people, you need to fill that out, and it gives the instructions there, who you send it to. And Linda was asking the question earlier, so I'll answer it for everyone. One of the questions is, what is the link to that page? And the way you get there is you just bring that page up on Facebook, and then you look up on top in the URL and just copy and paste it. And that's the link to that Facebook page. So anybody else have questions about that?
Yeah, could you read the beginning of that, what you said earlier about the insights?
It's in the Juice Plus Insights. There is a form to fill out if you have, mute some people, if you have a private Facebook group you've created that has more than 100 members that's related to Juice Plus, okay? And what they're going to do is make sure that someone from corporate is also an administrator on that site. So they will just be like a fly on the wall, just kind of monitoring what things are going on to make sure that, for instance, in your customer page, you're not making all kinds of claims or sharing other people's stories. We're going to have to be real careful of that on our Healthy Living page now and any of your customers' pages. That we can't be just copying, pasting posts from other people. We need to. And you know, honestly, I think there's a big difference between verbally sharing with somebody, hey, you know, I have had some customers have good luck with this, and in writing saying that. As long as we always are saying, but that was their experience, everyone has a different experience. You know, if you do that, I think you're pretty good.
So Barb, is that just for customer pages or is that team pages as well?
Team pages as well.
Okay.
If there's more than 100 people on it. So, yeah. Okay, so there's that they've taken to really, because Randy said, you know, what keeps him up at night is social media because it's so huge and it's just out there. You know, even simple things like this whole Disneyland trip, right? That we can share with our customers that they're doing this theme park giveaway, but we cannot use the word Disney. You know, there's all these people out there, and a lot of people just didn't quite get that message, and we've had to say, no, stop, can't use that word. So it's a lot to control, and they're doing the best they can by monitoring it and then making sure our groups are following the rules as too. The other thing is those 2 slides, which they call the disclaimer stamps, that we are to be using at every presentation. Now, I don't think you need to say it at a salad in a jar party, but definitely if there's a speaker event. And Callie, I don't know, your talk really isn't so much a Juice Plus talk, so I'm thinking you'll be okay there, but you know what I'm talking about. There's 2 slides that are supposed to be, any like PPL speaker that comes out is supposed to have these 2 slides. The one is the Juice Plus does not cure, treat, or prevent any disease, and the other is that we don't make income claims. And those are supposed to be put into your presentation anytime you are doing an event. I think what we need to do, since none of us are really PPL speakers, is just say that out loud whenever you're doing a Juice Plus kind of presentation. You know, if you're going to share the benefits, you just have to say, we never make claims that this will treat, prevent, or cure any disease. And if it's any kind of a business event or you're talking about business, just somewhere along the line, just say, you know, you can get out of this what you put into it, and we don't make income claims, but we're here to help anybody that wants to be, you know, things are possible, but we never guarantee it because it depends on how much you want to put into your business. So there's that. Then the other thing he told us about was to be really careful when we're posting that the people, the regulators out there, the watchdogs, not from Juice Plus, but from the FTC, for instance, are looking, there's little trigger phrases that they're kind of watching for. So he said, here's some of them. A, using words like financial freedom. He said, that's gonna, you know, that's like a red light or like a red flag. He goes, rather saying financial freedom, say financial options. That won't kind of hit the warning button. He said, don't use phrases like quit your day job, but instead you could say things like set your own hours. How would you like to set your own hours? He said, don't be saying things like you could be retiring your spouse, but instead just say things like job flexibility. Realize unlimited income. Stay away from phrases like that. Instead, you could say, create a better life. And rather than saying, oh, you can go on vacations and travel to all these countries anytime you want, say something very general like, what would it be like to say yes more often? Okay, so you want to just go with generalizations, because any of those other things, you get the wrong person. They could say, well, she said I could be able to travel, 10 months out of the year if I join this company, and I'm going to be making all this money. So and those are the phrases that they're looking for. And we just want to stay away from the regulators who might find anything to come down and talk to us about. Does that make sense? So those are some interesting things. So we have the Easy 8 they've come up with. We've got a system in place with our company. We've got guidelines and ways for them to monitor to be sure that we are following them. And we'll talk in a minute how us as leaders can really make sure our team's doing that. The other thing I was just going to mention is right after all this happened, Eric Worre, as he knows, he comes out with these videos once a week or sometimes daily. And he came out with one that I saw initially, and I tried to find the original one again, and it's either gone or he's kind of edited it or redone it. But he had this one like, hey, this is a wake-up call for the whole network marketing industry. And I went and watched his wake-up call one now, and it's a lot shorter than the original one. So again, I don't know what happened to that very first one I watched. But here's a couple of points that he says. He says, number one, don't use any kind of hype. The people are going to get in trouble, and the regulators are going to start coming down on anybody that's hyping. He says, don't overpromise. Underpromise and overdeliver. And I love the way he says that. He says, the truth is enough. The truth is enough. We don't need to hype this up. Juice Plus in our situation is fruits and vegetables in a capsule, in a gummy. Nobody eats enough. This is a great way to get more in your body, and you put it in your body, good things are likely to happen. Let's see what those might be. Here's the research. Stick to the truth. We don't need to hype it up. Same thing with the business, okay? There's an opportunity here for you to take charge of your income. There's an opportunity here to earn a little bit of extra money or more, depending on what you want to put into it. That's the truth. And it's, as he puts it, it's not perfect, but it's a better way. If you're an entrepreneur, this is a really great way with low investment and low risk to have the potential to create a little bit of extra income or a lot. To a large degree, that's up to you, okay? So that was one thing. He says the other thing that we tend to tell people is it's so easy. It'll just sell itself. And I've had reps that do think that. They think, oh, I'll just put the Juice Plus bottles on my desk at work and people are going to ask me about it in order. So he said, we'd like to talk about how you can fit this into your life, how you don't have to quit your day job. But you and I know it's not easy, right? If you want to really get anywhere, this takes work. So we don't want to be telling people it's so easy. We can tell them you can do a little bit or you can do a lot. But if you want to create real income, it's going to take work, but it's worth it. It's worth it. What is possible with this? It's worth the effort that it will take. The other thing he says that people tend to say, oh, it's not selling. And he said, in the end, it is. It is sales. Yes, we like to say that we're more sharing, and that's true. And I tend to use those words saying, it's up to us, and I still believe this, it's up to us to share, it's up to them whether they want to buy. But let's be honest, you're not going to make any money unless they buy. So yes, we do sell, but we don't twist people's arms and try to go around a sneaky way of getting the sale. We just share from our heart, and if they want to order, we're happy to take their order. And the last thing that he said was to treat this business with respect that it deserves, because it is a business, and to be responsible about how we represent our company and our products. So between all of that, I came away just thinking, thank gosh, this is the company that I ended up with, because it's just always been ahead of the game in terms of protecting our brand, protecting us, protecting our products, and our customers. Ultimately, it's keeping more people on Juice Plus, because this company is going to be around forever. So I want to open it up to questions. Does anyone have questions about any of that, or comments?
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah.
So something I frequently say, and it's just being truthful, it's just saying that what it happens is, I say the most common thing I hear other moms saying is that their kids aren't getting sick anymore. Is that illegal to say now?
I think, again, you've said it very generally. It's not really a story, right? But I think just saying, we don't ever guarantee that's going to happen with everyone, but that is quite common. As long as you always put that little, everybody has a different response, but so many people have shared this with me. That is very common.
Hey, Barb, couldn't we use the results from the Healthy Starts?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would that be a way to say that, here's a common result we've seen from this huge study?
Yes. And also, like, I've been really sharing that experience survey a lot lately with my customers as I'm checking in if they're getting shipments, people who are ready to get a shipment. I've been sending out that survey, and I'm saying, the things on this survey are the most common benefits that are reported by people who take their Juice Plus every single day. Let's hear about your experience. So, yeah, because that's not one person's story, right? That's just saying in general. And we have documentation to back that up, like the Children's Health Study. So, yeah.
This might be a good thing to review a little bit with Kylie, because I've tended to do a lot of story sharing of other people's stories for her to share with other people. So we might need to give her some verbiage to make it legal.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think especially it's important when we're in front of a group. But, all you need is that one person who says, well, you said that, my autistic son is not going to be autistic.
I might send you my letter that I send people, because I have something in the bottom of that saying the common things people report for you to look out for. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's could be perceived as making claims or not.
I don't think if you put it that way, watch out to see if you see any of these, because they are common. It's like the experience survey. And I think it even says right on there, these are some of the most common benefits that people see. Let's see if, you're not saying they're going to see that. You're saying, let's, watch and see if you notice any of these.
Especially if they're like research related.
Mm-hmm.
I use the research for everything other than my own story. And I don't use social media at all for my business other than posting a few pictures of Tower Garden. I'm terrible. I'm like the worst on social media.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
You're not as worse as me.
When I do post my Tower Garden, though, I do usually post a hashtag of Tower Garden, because I figure if somebody wanted to click it on, they could see other people's.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. They're just talking about in the name of your group.
Yeah. But that's the only thing I do. I think a couple times I have done a hashtag Shred 10, but I don't even do anything Juice Plus related usually on Facebook.
And it's not illegal to make a post, your own private post, you know, out on your page that uses the word Juice Plus or even shows
I
the,
don't even do that.
you know,
Though.
you can do that. It's not a good idea to do that a lot, right? Because they're trying to create curiosity, but that's not illegal. It's just using it in the names of groups.
This makes me feel kind of better because I've kind of felt like I don't utilize social media. Like I see so many people posting and I think, oh my gosh, Tammy, you slacker. This actually makes me feel better because then I'm like looking at it going, oh, at least I haven't done anything bad. I haven't gotten a letter.
So here's the next question then, and then we're just about done here. How can we, you know, our new team members are going to see the Easy 8, but any ideas on how we can really help our team to be compliant with those rules and some of those phrases, things like that? Let's share some ideas about how we can make sure this gets passed down the line.
I think you gave some really good verbiage examples of what's okay. So I think we should have a list of suggestions of good, okay verbiage.
All right. I mean, I can share the ones that Randy gave me, and maybe we can just add on.
Yeah. But even some of the things you said, like, you know, when I asked about my later.
Yeah, Barb, I would make that accessible because I was on the Tuesday call with Mitra and she gave a lot of that same verbiage. And we were like trying to write it down as quickly as we could, but we missed some of it.
Okay.
So I think just having that out there. So it's like that almost like in the files, just like things to say, things not to say, you know, don't say this, say this, you know, kind of like a ditch and switch kind of thing.
Right.
Just so when you are in that space, like you kind of know what to say. I think that would be good.
Okay, I can type those up and put it on our Facebook page in the files. That would be great.
And then what about sharing? Like, so I had a customer whose son has had like amazing results with ADHD, and I was just going to literally share her post. Is that also illegal now?
Well, we were talking about that earlier. We need a clear answer to that.
If you go on the Healthy Living Revolution, there's a webinar on ADHD that I have shared and ADD. So you can just use one of the videos and then share your own story.
Yeah, but I just mean, I want to put, I wouldn't share a webinar on Facebook. Like, I don't want, that's what I just want to share like the post is what I mean.
Yeah, no, you can't take her post and you share it publicly on your page. I would definitely not do that. What we're talking about is, you know, like you have another mom with ADHD and you say, oh, let me share the story of what happened to and you're sending it to that one mom. We're not even sure that's, you know, on that Easy 8, they say they need to be there in person to do it or a video. Now, whether a Facebook post that you've gotten their permission to actually copy and paste or share is okay, we're going to ask that question and see what kind of response we get.
I think if we're just like, when we bring somebody on, I mean, obviously it's been a little bit of time since I've done a fast track, but bringing somebody on, we've always, like when Dawn came on or any of my frontline, we always did that first post together.
Mm-hmm.
And I set the record straight at that time of, if you want to keep your distributorship, this is not how we do our business.
Right.
And you can show your lifestyle and you can show lots of things. But Juice Plus is more of a one-on-one or a private message thing. Yeah. And I was really clear. And I think that if you're with your person, the first time they do a post, you're going to set, you know, the record straight. And we even had somebody on Erica's team who's not part of Juice Plus anymore. And she actually posted something on Facebook and I called her and told her she needed to take it down immediately.
Well, yeah, and there's posting on Facebook is one thing because that's really going out there. But the other thing is sharing even one-on-one somebody else's story. That's
oh no, I agree with all that. But I'm just saying taking the time when they're getting started to really, you know, and then keeping an eye on them, watching their post, you know, and
yeah. All right, folks, it is 9:01. So we'll wrap this up. Let me cut off the recording, but thanks for all your ideas, and I hope this was helpful, and also I hope it was positive. You know, I want to have everybody that listens to this and was here to feel like, yes, we are with a company that's going to protect us and protect our brand, but we all need to do our part to make sure that happens. So let me stop the recording here.